Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the HVAC Designs 150 from the Milwaukee Mile in the ACAR Frey Truckin series. Glad to have you all with us. Happy to be all the way out in Milwaukee. It's going to be a fun one. Watched the trucks this past Sunday on this exact same track, and we're going to watch the trucks of the ACAR series run 150 laps, 150 miles around this very not so banked racetrack. Looking at about 9 degrees in the turns. Well, right now, Dustin Buck, Tyler Aspinall, James Shane Wolf, Brandon Griffiths, and Brandon Dunford, your top 5, all within a couple tenths of each other. We have a lot of trucks here at the racetrack this evening. Big shout out to Matt Erickson and HVAC Designs for sponsoring tonight's race. Hopefully your week is going well. Hopefully your Monday started off very well. But we are just about 10 or so seconds away from qualifying. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the ACAR Frey Truckin series. There it is, practice is over. Dustin Buck with a 30.18. Topping the field by 12 tenths of a second. Should be heading into qualifying momentarily. 150 laps around this beautiful racetrack. Let's see what those lap times are going to look like. Start with some of the drivers hitting the track early. The number 20 of Brady Floyd. He's going to be the first one to jump onto the racetrack to attempt a lap. Very tiny access road from pit road to the backstretch that these drivers are going to have to use. Only going to be able to run one truck at a time through that. In that low lane, you see that 20. Use it through 3 and 4. Good run out of 4. A little squirrely though. Down towards turn 1 for the first time in qualifying. Rumble strips through 2. It's going to slow down his time just a little bit. First lap, Brady Floyd's going to go for a 30.70. Shane Wolf bounces that to a 30.31. Let's see what we have for Dustin Buck as he's going to cross the line. He's going to go for 4th best. Shane Wolf currently your points leader coming out of turn number 4, heading back to that start-finish line to finish qualifying. Does he improve off that 30.31? He does, a 30.27. Brady Floyd is going to stay right there with that 30.57. Derek Stanley in the 77. Dustin Buck on his second lap goes to a 30.20. Stanley completes it with a 30.50. Dakota Lee, his second lap through 3 and 4. Dakota crossing the line. Does he improve? No, he does not. Driver very much good in practice. Ran a lot of laps. Number 29, Ford F-150 of Tyler Aspinall. Oh, really squirrely out of 4. Has to catch the truck. How bad is that going to hurt his lap time? Almost spot on to his first lap, but slightly slower. Mitchell Muma in the 12, or in the 98, currently in 12. Heading out of 4, crossing the line. Does movement improve? Yes, he will go to 9th. Brian Fry trying to put a lap time on the board. First lap was disallowed. Fry's lap is going to be good for 19th. Matt Cochran now running the 44 scheme. Cochran's first lap of 31.32, good for 17th. A lot of these drivers, I think, are thinking slow is going to be fast tonight. Turn 2 and turn 4 are going to be very treacherous. And Cochran's going to move up to 14th. Brett Murphy, good for 15th. Joe Darnell is going to call it, coming out of 4 with that spin. The 48 of Paul Irvin. Going to go P8. A 30.52. Nobody else on the racetrack. It looks like Dustin Buck and James Shainwolf are going to take your front row this evening. We will be right back after these quick commercial breaks.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back at the Milwaukee Mile. Just about to hit cars, trucks on the racetrack. This is going to be fun, everybody. we have 24 trucks getting ready to line up and get going. 150 laps brought to you by HVAC Designs. Matt Erickson, thank you for sponsoring tonight's race. But let's run down your starting lineup. On pole, the driver, the number 68 Chevy Silverado, it's Dustin Buck. Outside pole, the number 1 Toyota Tundra of James Shainwolf. In third, Tyler Aspinall. Fourth, you have Brandon Dunford. In that third row, Dakota Lee and Chad Waller. Row number 4, Derek Stanley and Paul Irvin. Row 5, rounding out that top 10, Dustin Griffiths and Mitchell Muma. Everybody else is going to cycle through the starting lineup on your screen. It's a hot one out there today, boys. We heard Race Control talk to the drivers. 150 laps, 150 miles, 5 sets of tires, no fast repairs. So it's gonna be a fun one. Check out that race info. We're looking at a track temp of just 95. It's beautiful for the people in the stands. Absolutely gorgeous for the people sitting at home watching, or if you're in the stands enjoying the race. We are gonna get this is the one to go. A lot of Fords in that top 10. Only 3 Chevys, 2 Toyotas. So per math, it's 5 Fords in that top 10. So let's see what we're gonna have here. We're gonna hit that green flag for the first time this evening. 150 laps. Strap those belts tight, because we are about to go green. Apparently, there we go. I was gonna say,
green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air, and we are a go. HVAC Designs 150 from the Milwaukee Mile. Trucks fly off down into turn 1. So far, so good. Aspinall looking to take second early on as Shainwolf goes far wide into 1. He's going to regroup in third. Further back, side by side, Dunford and Dakota. Dunford on the outside, the 77 to Stanley looking for a hole. Looks like we already have a truck going around. 2 of them. Alan Michael Bennett and Ryan Fry both out of 4. Oh! And what's going on with Twisted? But we stay green. Dustin Buck going into 3 and 4 with a 2-car length lead over Tyler Aspinall to complete lap number 2. A little bit further back, Derek Stanley side by side with Dakota Lee, almost bumping doors. You can see Dakota sawing on the wheel coming out of 2. Oh, and there goes the 3. Very squirrely on entry. Able to collect it in front of Paul Irvin. Still fighting the truck. Big, scary moves. Oh, and
caution, yellow flag.
Oh, able to slow it down. Not a huge hit into that outside wall. That could have been a lot worse. Let's see what caused it here. Oh, it just looked like hard racing. 23 of Dustin Griffiths, Dakota Lee, Paul Irvin trying to stay in that middle lane, but just creeps up to Dakota and ends up going around and kissing that outside wall right here on lap number 5. They're gonna collect that pace car. And we should have a couple drivers come down pit road. Glad to have you all with me tonight. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow if this is your first time here on the channel. Talk to us in the chat. Who are you rooting for? Want to hear from you wonderful people. It's also Matt Erickson's hometown track. We have any takers? Yes, we did. Shane Wolf, Sawyer, Cochran, Irvin, obviously, Erickson, Darnell, Michael Bennett, and Brian Fry, all on pit road. Brian's looking for new Goodyear Eagles after that slide. Alan Michael Bennett hitting back towards the racetrack after his service. Matt Erickson and Ryan still both on pit road as they are exiting now. They needed to get moving or they're going to get trapped a lap down. Looks like we're going to end up going another lap. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors for All-Star 15 TV. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, new episodes every Sunday night. Looks like they're going to be having some episodes pop up every so often on Wednesdays. You have Falcon Grafix. Save $5 off your first vehicle wrap when talking to Mick Olofsson from Falcon Grafix. The Nerds Who Nerd Things podcast. This Thursday, go check them out when they go live talking about the first X-Men movie. Should be a lot of fun. I also want to get Frey Truckin a big shout out for being the title sponsor of the ACAR Truck Series. They'll be coming around to getting that one to go. See if anybody drops down pit road to top off. If anything, it would be one of these trucks in the back of the pack. Looks like they're all going to stay on the racetrack. We've gotten the one to go. Looks like every caution we get is just going to be about 4 laps. But keep that in mind, everybody. If you're on Facebook, hit that like. Get to see LA Knight. Double file down the back straightaway, ready to hit the horses once again. Dustin Buck on the inside, Tyler Aspin on the outside, Dunford inside of row 2, and then you have Chad Waller outside of row 2. And we are...
Green, green, green.
Once again, Aspinall with a great launch. Buck tried to catch drivers. Oh, there goes Brett Murphy.
The yellow flag is out.
And the yellow flag is out again. I think he just overcooks it. We'll drop back and take a look at it. He's going to cut to the inside of Brady Floyd and just overcook it, lock up the tires and spin, bring out the pace truck once again. Jump on board with Brett Murphy to see what he sees. Coming to the start. Coming to the restart. There it is. There's the green. Hits the loud pedal. Getting a nice run. He's going to cut it to the inside. And just not going to be able to make it work down there. Thankfully, not a lot of contact between drivers. It looks like Brett's truck is looking fine. It's early in the race. I don't know if I'd be making a move like that. But our second caution of the race comes 11 laps in. We're going to take a commercial break. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing at the racetrack.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Lights are off on the pace car. We're doubling them back up. Half a lap away from sending these trucks green once again. This time we're going to jump on board with that 29 Tyler Aspinall. See how he gets that restart from the outside. Had a good one last time by. Yeah, there goes the pace truck diving for safety.
Green, green, green.
Flag in the air. Dustin Buck with a better restart on board with Tyler Aspinall as they dive it down into turn one. So far, so good between everybody. Oh, there's the two of Adam Capps almost getting ran into by the 35 of Gatlin Downey. Brady Floyd underneath Dustin Griffiths. Floyd with a good turn out of 4. He's going to be even with the 98 and making another pass. Move him up another spot. Big moves from that 20 early on in this run. Dustin Buck still fast on that inside lane, being followed by Tyler Aspinall and Chad Waller sitting in third. Hitting that gyro cam right on board with Chad Waller. See the very non-existent banking here at the Milwaukee Mile as Waller's going to be using that curve to the inside to help the truck turn. Honestly, wouldn't have thought that would have worked, but the 166 of Waller definitely made it work. Back a little bit further, you can see some runs starting to move forward. James Shanewolf did pit on that lap 5 caution. He's up to 11th. He's making a lot of headway heading back towards the front. Getting all single file early. Baron Elam in the 44 Bobcat Ford F-150 driving underneath 35 of Downey, trying to make that pass move in fair and back to where he started, 13th. See Shane Wolf in the Toyota just making the pass over not Brandon Griffiths, Dustin Griffiths. Oh, caps in the wall out of 2. That turn 2 wall will jump up and bite you. See the damage right in front of the right rear wheel for the number 2 truck. Moving up a little bit further, Derek Stanley in the 77. He's got Brady Floyd all over his back bumper. Brady Floyd's going to enter just a little higher, trying to diamond it perfectly out of the turn. Look for the run for the 20. Oh, he might have went straight to the wall there. Floyd lost a lot of ground. Really tight out of 4. Trying to get it all back now. Dustin Buck, 21 laps into tonight's race with a half-second lead over Tyler Aspinall, but Aspinall's got a lot more to worry about. That 166 is getting bigger in that rearview mirror. Remember, everybody, this season we do not have stages, so if we go green to 150, we go green to 150. Mitchell Muma, Dustin Griffiths, 98 to the inside, making the pass. No, the 23 with a great run out of 4. Side by side, heading down towards turn 1. Who's going to outbrake who? Great job, Dustin Griffiths. Keeping it on the outside, momentum and all, and holds on to that position. Brandon Dunford sitting in that 5th spot, trying to get by the 3 of Dakota Lee. Dakota running a higher entry line and able to accelerate very well out of the turns. Let's actually jump on board with him, get a nice view of how he's been entering these turns and see if he's downshifting. I've been hearing that a lot of drivers might be downshifting. There it is. There's the downshift. A very fast upshift coming out of the turns. Dakota using that rumble strip to the inside. Oh, really loose. Stepped on it in 3rd gear and almost spun right into the wall. Dustin Buck now. That gap has closed down to 0.3 of a second. Battle for the lead definitely shrinking as Tyler Aspinall's truck is starting to come alive. Could this be Dustin trying to hold on to that lead on these restarts to where he gets far enough out, he uses those Goodyear Eagles, and now the field is coming back towards him? And while I say that, somebody who probably could answer that just joined me up in the broadcast booth. The driver that was the number 8 last season, it's TJ Barnier.
What's up, buddy? Let me hang this race control hat on the hook here by the door and hope I don't need it for a bit.
Yeah, I'm very much hoping so as well.
Now that we've kind of, got through the 5 laps without turning around backward.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked to see a driver on a restart cut to an inside where there's a wall entering turn 1.
Well, from the vantage point we had, there was a stack up in front of him, and to keep from running into the guys in front of him, he got down there, and then, you know, obviously there's nowhere to go. There's a wall. And then it just got real tight, and they touched, and around he went. Nobody got hurt. If we had full control of the cautions, we wouldn't even have thrown it, so. But iRacing be a little more NASCAR-y than we be.
Sometimes they don't even call
Sometimes, yeah. I hear you.
But we have a real big battle brewing. Dunford, Stanley, and Shane Wolf. Shane Wolf has made it all the way back to 7th after restarting. He had like a blink moment, and then there was a caution or something. I don't know if you caught that on the broadcast early. We saw it. He like blinked out, let a bunch of cars by, and then restarts, and truck looks strong. Oh, absolutely. I thought on the first caution he just came down, grabbed tires, and I don't know. I didn't see him blink out at all.
Well, maybe we were just looking. Never know.
He's got a for the lead now. Aspinall
beautiful
to the inside of
number on that thing. It's not actually a corn thing. It's like that Dale Jr. bass boat finish.
And there it is. Aspinall, 30 laps into tonight's race, is going to lead a lap. And he's already setting sail. A half-second lead over Dustin Buck. He probably hates that I'm saying his name right now.
Probably.
Absolutely hates it.
You have been known to curse from the broadcast booth.
Ooh, wow, Dakota Lee almost smacks the turn 4 wall. I don't know how he didn't hit it. I really don't. He just kept going towards that wall, and I'm just surprised he didn't see sparks. Oh, he's not having a good time.
No. That 3 machine is ugly right now.
Yeah, if I were him, I would take a couple laps, regroup, get the truck, those tires kind of cool down, and, you know, just get ready to run. They have 5 sets of tires. 5 sets of tires here tonight, so if you really wanted to break that up, you'll see them pitting every 30 or so laps. And
the yellow flag is out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
The
boss man.
This looks like it's coming out of turn 4. He's a little higher than he probably needs to be. And he's just gonna... That was a... Okay, I see. If it didn't spin back towards the top, we probably would have stayed green.
Yeah, and again, this is where if we had full control of the cautions, we probably don't throw that.
Yeah, it is safer to have iRacing do it, though.
It is. I mean...
It would be nice if something popped up where it could be like, caution, Y or N.
Right. And I mean, because he got it going, and he could have got it going and stayed down by the wall, and it would have been an issue. I'm going to just pop over the other booth. I don't think this is going to be very long.
No, he's already at the back anyway. But everybody's coming down this tight pit road. Or Mr. Feelgoods for everybody. Ended up staying out too. Along with the 88 Michael Bennett. Aspinall now hitting back on the racetrack. He'll be first out, then Dustin Buck, Derek Stanley, James Shanewolf, Brady Floyd, Chad Waller, Brennan Dunford, and Dakota Lee rounding out the top 10. See if they're going to hit pit road now. Brian running the Notre Dame truck today. College football starts on Saturday, and I know a lot of people are excited for that. A disgusting amount of people are excited for that, as both Fry and Bennett are hitting pit road right now. As Aspinall's going to take over the lead once again. Should be getting the 2 to go momentarily next time by. So we're going to take another quick commercial break. When we return, it'll be the restart from the Milwaukee Mile. You're watching the HVAC Designs 150.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we are back, everybody. It is time to go green once again. 36 laps on the board, completing 37 here.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag back in the air. Aspinall with a great launch heading towards turn 1. He's going to cut off Dustin Buck. Oh, there's a cluster behind them. Shane Wolf up to second. On the outside, no contact between him and Dustin Buck. Very close racing, very hard racing, as Shane Wolf's going to be loose out of 4.
It's funny you mentioned being loose.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not like that. Good lord. Go get your toilet paper in a wad.
I didn't mean that. I was trying to figure out who you were talking about.
Well, no, it's just there's a conversation. Oh boy, the leader's touch.
Oh, you mean second and third?
Or
there
well,
goes Dustin
you know.
Buck. Woo. Able to keep it going the right way, but oh, he's gonna get.
Oh no!
77.
Oh, did he catch the wall?
How did he save that?
Did he catch the inside wall? I had fender parts flying.
I had him missing a tire. Holy cow. The 77 just doesn't break for the turn. Oh, wow. And then
Caution,
he gets the
yellow
tire
flag.
back and he gets going again, and we just missed a caution because we wanted to see that. Mitchell Muma, what happens to the 98? Looks like Brandon Griffiths is just going to get right behind him and push him coming out of 4.
Yeah, that's... You kind of took the words right out of my mouth. Which, on that note, I'll be right back.
It looked like the 98 getting tight underneath Dustin Griffiths. Then the 45 just pushes the 98 right around. Oh, and there's the 28. Matt Erickson slides right into that. Let's see that one. Down the back straightaway. Caution's out. And he's still in the throttle. Oh, he's going to smack the inside wall pretty good. That was an insane wreck with Dustin Buck. How did he not have more damage to that? I couldn't tell you. See if we can go back and take a look at that, as Buck is still on pit road. Now watch his left front here. Watch this. Oh, there's no tire. And then, poof, tire. And he's able to keep going because of it. But wow, what a hit. There he gets popped. Wow. Pacing around lap 42 of 150. Doesn't look like we have any takers down pit road. Just got the one to go. Next time by, we will be hitting that green flag. Check out all our sponsors in the description of the video. Hit that like button. Follow, subscribe. Thank you to everybody watching on all our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or even TikTok now. If you're on TikTok, say hi. Face Truck's about to dive down pit road for safety, definitely for safety, with how this has been going.
Green, green, green.
And green flag in the air, and away we go. Aspinall cuts off Shane Wolf. Shane Wolf with a very good center, and he's going to get turned.
The yellow flag is out.
Going to spin James Shane Wolf, and they're still wrecking. The big one at the Milwaukee Mile. There's Chad Waller. A little bit of a stack up. But Waller just keeps going and going, and there goes Shane Wolf. Right around. Oh! Bennett just kills the back of Shane Wolf's truck. You have Brett Murphy involved, Dakota Lee involved. There's the spin. Oh! And just a ricochet. 35 also gets involved. That's Gatlin Downey. Massive damage on a lot of trucks. Wow. And we're 46 laps in. Downey, Irvin, Buck, Shane Wolf, Caps, Lee, Murphy, Bennett, and Cochran still on pit road. Right now we have 20 drivers on the lead lap. Only Lee, Murphy, Bennett, and Cochran are a lap or more down. Current race leader Tyler Aspinall, Derek Stanley. We're expecting possibly the 66 to get an EOL for pushing James Shane Wolf through the turn and spinning him, but we'll wait for We'll wait for race control to give it to him. Huge shout out for Phantom Power Racing. I don't know if they're watching. I hope they are. But Josh Vidal wins his first Phantom Power Racing League win in LMP3. Congratulations, dude. And host to many, many more of those. Should be getting the one to go this time by. Looks like they found the back bumper for James Shanewolf. That right front is all sorts of torn up. Yep, just got the one to go. Paul Irvin.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
And it looks like we're gonna hold it for a lap. Trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, as that 3 is all messed up, he's having a heck of a time just making it back around. Chad Waller just got the EOL. Looks like Dustin Buck and Dakota Lee are trying to make it around towards the field. We'll be getting the one to go this time by. There it goes. Lights are off on the pace car. And Dustin Buck back on pit road. Paul Irvin back on pit road. Dakota Lee still running around in that 21st position. Brett Murphy, Alan Michael Bennett. All 3 trucks right by that Brett Murphy truck is all sorts of messed up. That was a nice paint scheme coming into tonight. It looks like we're going green this time by. Aspinall, Stanley to his outside. Brady Floyd and Dunford row 2. Griffiths and Steele row 3.
Green flag, green flag.
A green flag in the air, and away we go once again, and they're already crashing.
Caution, yellow flag.
Something happened with Mitchell Muma. Everything looks good. Looks good. A little stack up on the inside, and the 44 just accelerates and completely spins the 98. Oh, they're just calling Chad Waller because he stopped. Trying to figure that out for a second. Yeah, you could see the checkup. And the 45 doesn't realize the checkup and gets into the back of the 98 and spins the 98. Sixth caution of the evening right here on lap number 50. Just under 100 laps remaining. That should give the 3 the lucky dog. I think. Pretty sure. Muma's hitting pit road. You can see him in the top of your screen. Yep, and there goes the 3. Dakota Lee, Lucky Dog. That'll put him back on the lead lap. So, you're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the ACAR Frey Truckin series live from the Milwaukee Mile, the HVAC Designs 150. That's Matt Erickson's design studios. Check him out, message him. Does great work. I'll show everybody his car when we get back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll see you when we return.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we are back, everybody. 45 is back on the racetrack. We are about to go green. There it is, Aspinall.
Green flag, green flag.
And there we go. Looks like they're going to crisscross at the turn one. The two friends, Aspinall and Floyd, having some fun at the front on the restart. Look at the cluster behind them. Look at Ryan Fry in 11th. Oh, they're 3 wide coming out of 4. Can they make it work? And they will so far. Oh, that's got to be nerve-wracking. 32 pushed up the racetrack into Adam Capps. He's trying to keep it all nice and clean. Mitchell Muma after the contact and the spin. He's trying to make it back towards the front. You see him lock up the brakes for a second there. Trying to keep it off the 32. And Dustin Buck hitting pit road. Shane Wolf making another pass. Move him up another position to 14th. He's probably passed the most cars this evening. From front to back to front to back, trying to make his way back up towards the front, sitting in 14th. Dustin Griffiths now battling with the 19 of Brendan Dunford. They were just side by side on exit. Dunford with a great turn 3 and 4, able to make the pass. Bill trying to pull away as we go single file through the top 15. Top 17 we go single file. There's Matt Erickson. Let's showcase the race sponsor of this evening, HVAC Designs. Beautiful race car, or race truck. hear him shifting too. But up front, it's all Tyler Aspinall with a half a second lead over Brady Floyd. Derek Stanley sitting in that third position. Fourth, Brandon Dunford. Ryan Fry with a very scary moment. Just low. Oh, and he's going to smack the wall coming out of 4.
Who smacks the wall? I want to see.
Ryan just killed the wall coming out of 4, but keeps it going the right way. Honestly, if he didn't hit the wall, he would have spun around.
Yeah, the old Fighting Irish machine's getting beat up this evening.
Yeah, it ain't looking so good. Not as bad as Florida State.
No, go Yellow Jackets.
But TJ,
been eventful, huh?
a little too much.
Yeah.
Little too much. Already 45 minutes into the race, and we're just past 60 laps.
Yeah, I got another 90 here. Ooh.
But it happens. These short tracks are very difficult, especially these very flat short tracks. Putting power down is very difficult, and especially adding the shifting on top of it, it makes it 10 times harder. And if you just step on the gas just a little too hard, I'm not even exaggerating, just a little too hard, you're going to upset the truck and possibly spin out, collect somebody else, hit a wall, do all the bad stuff as a race car driver you don't want to do.
I was really hoping to see green flag pit stops there earlier. I thought we were getting close. And then, all the fun began.
Now, what are we looking at for a fuel run?
I was told 40-ish.
Oh, we were close.
I was told 40-ish by some wise men.
Does my hand have to go in the air for that?
I mean, you could certainly acknowledge them. One of them is a past champion.
I'm guessing it's the 48.
He would be amongst the group of the wise men, yes.
Well, I want to thank the team for giving us some of the knowledge for today's race. Tyler Aspinall now getting tracked down by Brady Floyd. Brady Floyd has put 2 really good laps together, and he's closing into the back bumper of Tyler Aspinall. A little bit further back, we have Brandon Griffiths and Shane Wolf side by side through 1 and 2. Adam Capps directly right in front of him. Is Griffiths going to use... Capps has a pick? No, he's just going to let Shane Wolf go. That's a smart racing move from the 45.
AJ, I was just running down the leaderboard. Any idea what happened to the 4 machine?
Not a clue. Nothing came up on the notification board of an accident. If he got caught into an accident, it was lap 8, and we were green on lap 8.
I mean, that thing looks beautiful in its Chi-Chi's form, and I was kind of surprised by that one.
Yeah, I hope everything's good in the Cochran camp. Hopefully it's nothing serious or anything.
Matt was very lively in the practice part of this evening, so I'm real bummed that he won't be here for the finish.
TJ, mute your phone.
I was working on it.
I don't want to get this copyright struck.
I was working on it. Trust me, I was surprised it was going off.
Paul Irvin, really fast right here through these last couple laps, gaining 3 spots and putting them back right where he started. Got Farron Elam right in front of him. But that gap is really starting to grow up front as Brady Floyd gets passed by Derek Stanley, and there's a 2.5 gap from Aspinall to Stanley.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Tyler's just done a really good job with his tires, if he's burning them up, and at some point these guys are going to get back to him. Obviously, a lot of race left. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we saw that with Dustin Buck earlier. He'd get to about a second and a half, and then 5-10 laps later, here comes the rest of the field coming right back to him. As we have lap 69 on the board, you have the 10 of Chris Sawyer plus 11 sitting in that 11th position. But your biggest mover of the race is the driver of the number 5 Toyota Tundra for Rocky Faith Motorsports. It's Michael Steele in a different looking truck this week. He's throwing it back to what he used to run in the late models.
Always a beautiful looking machine from Michael. Does a really good job on real life wraps, let alone digital wraps.
Yeah, no kidding. Good for the kid.
Hell of a bowler from what I hear too.
Yeah. If you need a sub, I guess call him.
I mean, it'd be awful hard from Texas to Vermont, but you never know. The desperation factor there.
Send the WWN jet to go pick him up.
Yeah, I'll send the Lear down there. We'll be there in a little bit, Michael.
A little bit further, Paul Irvin with a nice run out of 2, looking to the inside of Farron Elam. Farron Elam giving him a little bit of room.
Paul, great recovery from the early woes of lap 4 where he went around.
Oof. How about the big one coming out of turn 2 about 25 laps ago with Shane Wolf, Murphy, and
Waller, I think, was the one that got the EOL for that.
No,
yeah, I mean, it was...
Oh, yeah, no, it was that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of one of them things, stack up. Third guy stacked up real bad and got the guy in front of him, and then, chaos ensued.
At
Luckily,
least we're at a track we're not going to have a car go upside down.
You say that. You say that, and I just now have to think, but.
A Farron Elam with a very good run. Actually, Irvin, Shane Wolf, and Caps all with very strong last couple laps. Michael Steele struggling as of the last 2 or 3 laps.
Broadcaster curse question mark?
I'm pretty sure he is listening to us, like he always does, or Marcy has it on in the background.
They are stuck in the middle with you.
They're doing a pretty good job keeping it nice and clean.
He's got the like entirety of Darnell Racing around him, minus I think Joe himself and Matt, who's on pit road. They're all around him trying to get around that 5 machine.
The biggest battle on the racetrack for position right now. But we should be coming up to pit stop soon. Tyler Aspinall last hit pit road on lap 33. We've had about 10 to 12 caution laps of caution. So look for that to extend it a little bit. But pit stop should be coming, TJ.
We've got lap traffic for the leader. He goes around our good buddy Twiz.
Yeah, he had lap traffic.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody else now has to navigate around that 88 machine. I know a lot of people had to acquire this racetrack before... Sorry, I had to sneeze. Didn't think you'd want to hear that before the race this evening. So, I'm sure Twiz was probably one of them, as Twiz has not been on the simulator a whole long amount of time. So, I mean, I've never turned a lap here. I had to buy it myself just to be able to be here to be in both booths and figure out what was going on tonight. So I really can't tell you how this place drives other than what I've seen.
I thought Twiz was gonna smack the wall and collect some drivers there.
I'm sure he's just trying to figure this place out, log laps. Right now he's at minimum he's looking at a 21st place finish. It's not bad for never been here. Thing looks pretty clean, doing a good job not killing it.
Thank you everybody watching at home. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. Where are you watching from? Who are you rooting for? Aspinall still growing that lead up to 2 seconds over Derek Stanley.
How much you want to see more chaos, baby? Chaos.
Oh, I can go a couple laps without it. I would be very happy to actually see green flag pit stops.
Green flag pit stops, then chaos. Okay, that's the plan. Racing gods, can you implement that, please?
DJ, I swear.
Listen, I'm just saying, you now said, oh, I don't think we could flip a car here. I want to see somebody flip.
Do it in a test drive after the race and let me know.
I mean, I never thought I'd see somebody flip at Watkins Glen, and yet Michael Steele and Josh Yando made that happen for me.
Yeah, that was wild. I was 100% not expecting that. I almost swore on camera for that. There's Shane Wolf and Elam. Elam not giving any room to James Shane Wolf through the center there. It looks like everybody, for the most part, is migrating to that middle to...
Oh!
Caution, yellow flag.
And that's going to bring out the yellow.
Well, that'll be an easy one for you to call.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was coming.
I think he might be done for the night.
Ooh.
I don't think so. I think he just...
Well, he's now driving backwards on pit road. Oh, there he goes. He's
You know, I know you can't have oil down on the racetrack, but just up ahead of him, somebody had looked like they'd... What was happening ahead of him? Had Brady just got on pit road?
Yes, sir.
Brady Floyd might be in the, like, catbird seat here. This is a wacky pit road entrance.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like Gateway's pit road.
Like, you gotta, like Pocono... Wow. Brady, I don't even know. He might have caught the barrels. Kind of looked it, but he might be in the catbird seat here because he would have, I think, been allowed to finish his pit stop.
I thought that was only if you were in your box.
I think as long as you're on pit road, which he clearly was.
Oh, and the whole cavalry is hitting pit road.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I believe with the indication there to me is that Brady was pitting, meaning everybody here in the next couple laps was probably coming in. He was trying to be the first.
There's Brady Floyd staying out.
He was well established. He was even across the start-finish line before I could see lights out anywhere. Oh, maybe not. I'm looking.
But Ryan Fry holding on to the lead for the next, like, 30 to 45 seconds.
Hey, bonus points, man. Get him where you can. I'm just gonna step over to the other booth. Be right back.
And speaking of being right back, we're gonna take a commercial break, going side by side, pay those bills.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
And we are back, getting ready to go green. 85 down, just past halfway, going to 150. It's the HVAC Designs 150. Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
And control car Brady Floyd with an excellent launch on the inside. Battle right now is for third. Dustin Griffiths, Derek Stanley, side by side. Dustin Griffiths with a nice run, but Derek Stanley has one better. Ooh, he tried to cut up right in front of Dustin. It didn't work. And there it does. Oh, Shane Wolf gets tagged by Farron Elam. That's going to drop Shane Wolf to that 7th position, back into the Hornets' nest where they're 3 wide. Michael Steele, Adam Capps, Brandon Griffiths, 35 of Downey, all under a blanket, 2x2 and some 3 wide. Dustin Buck really squirrely out of 4, and so is Adam Capps. Oh, there goes Shane Wolf.
The yellow flag is out.
What happened to the number 1? Did he get tagged? Oh no, he just gets loose and loses it, corrects it, and ends up head first into that outside turn 2 wall. On board with the 1 here. Oh, when he downshift. He downshifted, it didn't like it, and sent him for a ride. Has some damage. That truck usually is pristine by the end of the night. But it has definitely seen some better days. Glad to have you all with us. Appreciate the heck out of all you. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. Hit that share button. Get a nice, yeah, for a share as well. Aspinall still your race leader. Looks like Alan Michael Bennett will be getting that lucky dog. Him go around the leaders to the outside. 90 laps out of 150. Thank all our sponsors that are down in the description. Go check them out. Tell them you heard from them from All Star 15 TV, whether it's the Nerds Doing Their Things podcast, the Wrestling with Nerds, Falcon Grafix, the Wrestling Over Everything Facebook page, the Drinking Bros Auto Racing page. Still pacing around on our 8th caution of the evening. Been a pretty wild race. Dustin Buck leads early. Aspinall takes over. Dustin Buck gets into some danger. Shane Wolf all night, from front to back, front to back, front to back, ends up being our last caution. Hopefully he's able to get that number 1 fixed to a decent amount. I see that he keeps hitting pit road, which he's going to have to do to try to make that truck look better and better and run better. We've just gotten the one to go from the Milwaukee Mile. You're watching the Frey Truckin Truck Series from the Milwaukee Mile. The Havoc Designs 150 right here on All-Star 15 TV. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Good buddy TJ will be up soon. Come chat with us. Hey Ron, thanks for. I just saw you post that up in the TikTok chat. Pretty wild, huh? Trying to get everywhere, so everybody has a chance to watch some iRacing races. Ace truck diving towards pit road, on board with Tyler Aspinall. Brady Floyd to his outside.
Green, green, green.
A green flag back in the air. Slight tire spin from Dustin Griffiths behind him. Oh! Caps in the wall. Steel in the wall. Brandon Griffiths also smacked the wall out of two. Doesn't look like it hurt any of them. Adam Caps sent it into turn number 1. Really thought he was going to get into the back of the 44. Not injured. Michael with a good run. You see Dustin Buck in that 10th position. He's trying to make a move back up towards the front. Has just over 50 laps. Chris Sawyer. Does Twisted catch it? Does he catch it? Yes, he does, and we are going to stay green. Uh-oh. Chris Sawyer, though, not having a good time through 1 and 2. What do we have here? A little contact between him and the 6th, Michael Shealy. Both are going to get going and stay the right direction, and we stay green. Oh, Dakota! What happened with Dakota? He's another one that just loses it off of 4. Looks good, looks good. Big smack in the wall. Ryan Fry has to hit evasive maneuver. Tyler Aspinall open up a 0.8 of a second lead over the field with Brady Floyd, Derek Stanley, Brandon Dunford, and Dustin Griffiths. All under a blanket. Just give it a little bit. Just give it a little bit. That 20's going to come alive and catch the Aspinall 29 very fast. No, 2 almost wrecks. And no caution. Pretty good. You're watching a pretty good battle on the racetrack. One of our closest, outside of Adam Caps and Michael Steele. Michael Steele running that middle line, trying to block any run the 2 can have. Still showing to that inside. He's there. He's to the back tires. He's even through the center. Does Michael Steele get a nice run out of 4? Yes, he does. He's going to hold on to the position, but until they enter turn 1, where Caps is going to send it, is he going to try to push it up in front of Michael? Yes, makes the pass out of 2. caps with a textbook 4-turn pass. As TJ's back on the broadcast booth, those couple laps ago, probably sketchy for a race control guy, huh?
Yeah, I actually got to see the 10 and the 6 kind of collide and then spin low and hit the wall, and then it's like, well, are they going to throw it? Are they going to throw it? I mean, I wouldn't have thrown it, and for once they didn't tonight.
You also had the 3 corrected into the wall out of 4 as well.
There's been a lot of interesting moments in this race this evening.
Very much so, as Derek Stanley's looking for second. Little contact between him and Brady Floyd. Out of 2.
Just don't wreck, boys. I really, really, really wanted to see a green flag cycle. You know, I feel like the door had been opened for green flag pit stops, and it was promptly kicked closed, like this is Sparta kicked closed.
Nobody wants green flag pit stops. What are you talking about?
Green flag pit stops? We can't have that. This is Milwaukee!
Basically. Yeah, you joke, but we had a driver hit pit road for a scheduled pit stop, and then the caution comes out.
I mean, he like almost literally hit pit road too. Like he scraped the barrels on the way by. At least on my screen. Granted, earlier in the evening, I had the 68 hit the inside wall, have his bumper fly into the air just for it to reattach itself a couple seconds later. So
same here. We had him lose the left front tire.
I mean, Bloomquist could have drove it on 3 wheels.
Yeah, but Scott Dixon couldn't this past week.
Well, open wheel cars are not exactly set up to lift the left front.
He got yeeted twice in a span of 2 turns.
You want to talk about yeeted? How about Josh Berry?
Yeah, or McDowell.
At least he came back down and didn't actually go full over.
No, I think him hitting Logano is what saved him.
And I mean, it was awesome of NBC. I loved it. You know, show us the cutaway of why the car won't flip over. All these special fancy louvers and flaps. Just for Josh Berry to say, hold my bush and watch this.
Derek Stanley squirrely out of 4 that time by. He's going to have Brandon Dunford breathing down the back of his truck. Dunford's going to look to the inside down the back straightaway, setting up for a pass 3 and 4.
That 77, if I remember right from looking at something earlier, he got punched in the right rear at some point this evening. It's a little caved in there. I don't know if maybe that's helping the offset of the truck, getting the fenders more air around them.
I remember that with Keselowski. I forgot at what track where the jackman or the tire holder guy, whatever you want to call him. Not the
tire carrier.
Yeah, sure. Knees right into the back of the car to help it turn, and NASCAR brings him back down. I was like, I saw that. Fix that.
Well, this looks more like the front bumper than a tire carrier leaning. If you go look, it says "Be the Thunder," except the Thunder's been punched in the mouth. Kind of like, you know, most of their players in fights.
Oof. But we have passed lap 108. We're counting them down fast now if we can keep it green. About 30 seconds a lap. Stay tuned when we hit checkered. I'll have TJ do it again to do the interviews because, you know.
As long as it isn't a controversial finish where I got to put the other hat on.
Yeah, Cody's here. Paul Irvin tried to make the pass in the 23 of Dustin Griffiths. Your biggest mover of the race is still Michael Steele, but instead of plus 17, he's fallen back a couple positions. He's only plus 14, sitting in 9th.
I mean, and the question at this point needs to be asked. What can you do on a green flag pit stop to outdo whatever the 29's done all night because he's been near perfect.
I don't think it'll work. I don't. But somebody's going to try 2 tires.
Oh, man. Somebody just got in real hot there for third. Is that Dunford? He sailed that son of a gun in there.
And he makes the pass. It's by Derek Stanley.
Well, he almost cleaned out Brady.
Yeah. Your top 6 are all plus positions. +2, +9, +1, +3, +4, +2. TJ, I don't need you to do the math. Those are the positions they've gained throughout the race.
You know that scene with Galifianakis and all the numbers going around his head?
Yes.
Yeah, you just broke my brain.
But Dustin Buck, what a nice recovery from the 68.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had his tire fall off, his fender fly, got a penalty.
It's taken him all race, but
I don't know if you caught that or not. He got a pass through for a lane change at one point.
oh, I did not. Those should be sent to me via message so I can know that they're happening.
We never even actually got to issue him the penalty because we just called it out and he did it. And it's like, wow, what a nice guy.
I mean, that's how it should be.
I don't disagree.
And next week, we are off for Labor Day, but when we return on the 9th, we're going to Pocono, Long Pond, Pennsylvania, the Tricky Triangle, and for what TJ would say, what turn for?
I am a firm believer there's 6 turns at that racetrack.
Oh, Jesus.
You've got the entry of 1 and the exit of 1. That's 2 turns.
I'm aware. I know your train of thought.
At least 5? I mean, the tunnel turn, that's kind of 1 turn. That's like a turn at Indy.
It's just a kink.
It's like, that tunnel turn was designed after the turns at Indy. So I'll give you that one. Maybe it's 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't pick our friends.
Um,
Tyler Aspinall just lagged out. Oh, he just returned. Oh, he's still.
I mean, if you're gonna blink when you're a mile ahead in the lead.
So you saw it too.
Oh yeah, like he did. That was the moment. Is the leader had left the building momentarily.
Dunford breathing down the back of the 20 of Floyd.
Now, I mean, AJ, does that to you say like, man, we could suddenly become the battle for the lead here if he has a connection issue? Do I need to kind of force the issue here?
I'm not saying it's gonna rain, but drive like it's about to downpour.
Is that a lightning strike off in turn 4?
But it's basically the same concept, TJ. You could be battling for the lead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and there goes the 20 briefly out of the turn.
Oof.
Something in the Matrix here. Are we going off in turn 1? Speaking of off in turn 1, I heard you made a cameo this week.
I did. It was a lot of fun talking NASCAR and IndyCar. We are holding off to talk about Formula One until we can get a certain Scott Rambler on the show. I'm not a regular. I'm just, if I got the free time and I ain't doing anything else, I'll join my buddies Gary Wells and Mike Capigio. But check them out every week, immediately following the Cup race. They're gonna break down the week of racing. Right here on All-Star 15 TV.
True or false? Their broadcast booth is located at Speedway, Illinois.
You can't say that word. So would you let me throw this out there while we have a nice green flag run going on. What'd you think of Lee Diffie calling NASCAR?
I mean, I don't hate the guy. And
10 times
you know,
better
I'm
than
not.
Rick Allen.
I don't know if I'd go that far. would I take Lee Diffie and Rick Allen and maybe get rid of a Burton or a
20 to pit road, 20 to pit road.
Makes sense. We're in the window. 30 to go from here. A Letarte. I mean, let's be honest. The NBC broadcast is suffering with no Dale Jr.
That's because you love Dale Jr.
I mean, it's just, you can't get anything better than slide job. You know, I mean.
That was loud.
Well, he was too. I mean, I don't know how many more Lawsons I could have took. Kyle Lawson.
Just he's, I don't know. I have loved Lee Diffie broadcasting basically anything. I can watch him broadcast paint drying. He knows his motorsports, knows it a lot better than some of the people that have been doing the sport for a while, as Derek Stanley and Adam Capps on board. And the call he had at the end of the Daytona race, where Harrison Burton won, absolutely phenomenal.
That was good. AJ, is the 68 already pitted? Because he just flew by Dunford.
Yep, he pit on lap 116.
I mean, he is... It quite left him like Dunford's hooked to a boat anchor, but I mean, it's looking that way real quick.
TJ, James Steele in the YouTube chat, you'll explain this to me because I don't know bowling to save my life. Michael just bowled a high series 869.
Well, AJ, perfect is 900.
Oh.
So
Aspinall Dunford now on pit road. You cannot make a mistake at all.
You know, 300, 300, and 300, that's 3 perfect games. He got an 860, that's, you know, damn near perfect 3 times pretty much.
What is that, missing 1 strike every game?
I think if you miss 2 strikes, it's like a 278.
Sheesh.
If you miss the strikes on the last, because, you know, you get the bonus shots in the 10th if you make them. That's like the difference in like a 298 or a 299.
Michael Shealy now on pit road for his final stop.
Let's just say Michael can bowl.
Yeah.
Like I said, send the Learjet. I need a hell of a sub.
Paul Irvin, your race leader. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some drivers play the absolute long game as well. As I say that, oh, Michael Steele.
The yellow flag is out.
We jinxed him. We got him thinking about bowling.
And the 35 also spins.
Was he just trying to lock it down to get to the pits?
I think so.
And the old simulator said, "Yeah, we don't like that."
He's still on the racing surface. He's not quite in the pit, you know.
I think that's just a byproduct of this place and how tough it is to get down there, because the 35 literally was going around right with him.
Yeah. But I
mean,
I think the 35 spinning was more a reaction spin.
Maybe. I mean, I'm going on board with him just to kind of get a look for myself. I don't know. Honestly, it looked like the 35 was headed around before the 5 went around. They both kind of just did the same thing there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're on board with the 35 right now as well.
It wasn't quite as synchronized as the diving teams at the Olympics, but it was certainly synchronized every other way. I won't lie. If that 35 could pull a Tabasco car out at some point this season, that'd be wicked. And if not, it'll be a wicked chance missed.
Joe Darnell staying out to lead a lap.
I'm gonna go pop over to the other booth for a minute because they're chatting over there. I just want to know what's going on.
Yep, we're gonna take our final commercial break. When we return, we'll bring you all the way to the finish. From the Milwaukee Mile, you're watching All-Star 15 TV broadcast of the ACAR Frey Trucking Series, the HVAC 150.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, race fans, 23 laps remaining from the Milwaukee Mile Speedway. Race leader Tyler Aspinall, Brady Floyd on the outside of your front row. Pace truck is away, and we
Green flag, green flag.
Once again, big stack up. Big stack up. Some drivers really throwing it.
The yellow flag is out.
And there's the yellow out. Michael Steele again. Oh, he just loops it on cold tires. This should be a quickie. This shouldn't be a long caution at all. Everybody basically kept going in the same direction. Tyler Aspinall, Brady Floyd, third. You have Derek Stanley, fourth. Dustin Griffiths, fifth. Brandon Dunford, sixth. Adam Capps, Farron Elam in seventh. Paul Irvin in eighth. Dustin Buck in ninth. James Shane Wolf in 10th. 11th, Joe Darnell. Mitchell Muma in 12th. 13th, you have Chris Sawyer in 14th. Brendan Griffiths. Gatlin Downey in 15th. 16th, Matt Erickson. And rounding out the lead lap trucks, it's Dakota Lee. Looks like we have Dustin Griffiths and James Shane Wolf both hitting pit road. This should be for their final set of tires. Griffiths is rolling. I don't know, maybe Shane Wolf is just taking fuel, or he might just be done for the evening. Will be coming the 2 to go this time by. $19 to go when they hit the stripe this time. No, actually, what I think Shane Wolf was doing was trying to repair that truck just a little bit more. More takers on pit road. Dakota Lee, Michael Sheely. Sheely's taking tires. And it looks like Brett Murphy just got tires. So his optional is done. But will we see that 64 hit the racetrack before the end of the night tonight? 14 people watching, and that's not even counting TikTok. Glad to have you all with us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the broadcast this evening. Where are you watching from? Facebook, YouTube, Twitch? Should be getting the 1 to go this time by. Lights off in the pace truck. There they go. Next time by, we're going to have 17 to go and send the field flying down into turn 1. About 100 likes on TikTok. That's wild. Heck yeah, people. Heck yeah. DJ hopefully will be back with us momentarily after they figure out if anybody's going to get a penalty, and probably after the first couple green flag laps if we get them. Aspinall in the 29 on the inside, Brady Floyd in the 20 on the outside. 2 Fords followed by a Toyota and another Ford. Your first Chevy goes to 5th place, Adam Capps.
Green flag, green flag.
In the air, and away we go once again. Good restart for our front two. Oh, there goes Paul Irvin. He's back on
Caution,
the racetrack.
yellow flag.
There is another caution. He just gets really low, clips to 2, comes back up on the racetrack. Everybody going to avoid. Who else was that spun? Oh, Michael Steele and Dustin Griffith. I think he might actually get clipped to 23. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. No contact at all. Just loses the truck. Should be getting the green flag. See, I think Taylor Bertram in the YouTube chat, thanks for chatting with us. Can anyone figure out Aspinall? Don't get me wrong, Aspinall is very, very good. Very good. But the last run, before we had these last couple cautions, people were fuel saving to take as least amount of fuel as possible, and possibly 2 tires. Now it is crazy to the wall to the max. If it's anybody going to be able to do it, it's going to be Brady Floyd, and I'd say the same if Shane Wolf was up here, or Dustin Buck. Dustin Buck early in the race was very strong up front, but I really think it's all Tyler Aspinall's race. But somebody's going to have to go up and take it from him. And hopefully it's clean. Looks like Brett Murphy just made it a lap back down pit road. He's just over 50 laps down, but he can... Nope, he's stuck in 22nd. No matter what he does, he is stuck in 22nd, unfortunately. He'd be coming to the 1 to go this time by. Espinal, Floyd, Stanley, Dunford, Elam rounding out that top 5. And there are the lights on the pace truck going out. We're going to grid them back up. With 12 to go, we'll go green. Last car on the lead lap is Paul Urban in 18. He was our spin that brought out our 11th caution of the evening. with Dunford fourth.
Green flag, green flag.
There's the launch. You can see how well the 29 just accelerates. It gets through the gears and heads down into turn number 1. Let's back it out and see if everybody can get through no problem. We'll go green with just about 8 laps to go. And it sounds like the network is telling me we need to step away for just a minute. We'll be right back, everybody.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the...
And we're coming back. Coming to 7 laps to go. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the HVAC Designs 150 from the Milwaukee Mile. Pace truck is off, and once again...
Green flag, green flag.
Green. Flying down in the turn 1 once again. Tyler Aspinall with a great show of force. Down into turn 1, holding off Brady Floyd. Further back, they are 2, 3, and almost 4 wide. Oh, Adam Cap sideways, saves it. Chris Sawyer, is he gonna save it?
Caution, yellow flag.
No. And Brett Murphy, oh, just wanted to get back out on the racetrack. Chris Sawyer into Shane Wolf. 11 through the 10 through the grass. kills the inside wall. And it looks like so does Brett Murphy. Oh, the bumper just go flying. But it's right there. Go back and look at it from Chris Sawyer's point of view. This is entering turn 3. He had Shane Wolf to his outside. There's a lot of correction, overcorrection, and I think the motor is toast in the 10 after that. Hitting 5 to go. We've been up to 20 plus viewers tonight. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate having you all jump in and watch. It truly means a lot to a small broadcaster like me, which, speaking of small, starting at the end of September, or midway of September, we will be covering all the broadcasted races for XMS, their Ricbotech Xfinity Series, and their Truck Series. First race is the 18th. Let me actually make sure that's correct. First race is the 17th when we cover the duels for the Truck Series, and the 18th for the duels for the Xfinity Series, right here on the channel. XMS, be there, be square. Same start time as the ACAR Frey Truckin Series. So the schedule stays the same Monday through Wednesday. Very excited for that. We should be getting a green-white checkered attempt. Brady Floyd pit on 119, Aspinall pit on 122, Dustin Buck fighting all the way back to sit in third, pit on lap 125, so he does have the freshest tires out of that top 5. But just outside of that top 5, Mitchell Muma, last pit on 126. Coming to the 1 to go in the caution. Lights should be off on the iRacing pace truck. There it is. And this will be our first green-white checkered attempt. On the back straightaway for the final time. Here we go. All we gotta do is go 2 laps. Actually, all we have to do is go 1 lap. And the next lap,
green flag, green flag
in the air, and here we go. All chips are on the table. Aspinall, just like he's done, goes to the wall, dives into turn 1. It's a 3/10 lead over Brady Floyd. So far, so good down the back straightaway. Dustin Buck sends it. He's going to lose a couple positions because
caution, yellow flag.
Caution is out. Gatlin Downey. There he is in the 35. A little bit of a checkup, and he gets turned by the 48, and And there goes the 23. Michael Shealy's also involved. Another yellow back on the board. Actually, I don't think he hits the wall. That's pretty good. Very scary moment, but pretty good. Gonna be a green-white checkered attempt number 2. And Michael Bennett's getting the wave around. Tyler Aspinall safely tonight has led the most laps. And I really don't think it's close. Getting to the 2 to go, or is this the 1 to go? 2 to go. Michael Shealy's coming down pit road. Chris Sawyer is still on pit road. We do have 16 trucks on the lead lap, 17 including Michael Shealy, or 18 with Gatlin Downey. Tyler Aspinall has made a living tonight off of his restart game. So far, it's paid out very, very well. He's going to need it 1 or 2 more times. Lights are off. They're going to go green next time by. He has to be on it. He's been the dominant truck, without a doubt. But we've seen many times before that last caution could bite you. But like I mentioned last time by, that 68 is back up towards the front. He was very strong early in this race before he faded back due to an incident. Ding ding. Pay window is open. Who's going to be the first to claim the prize money? Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green and white checker number 2. Then they go off into turn 1.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution out already. Shane Wolf gets into the back of Lee. Lee goes to block. Oh! And Shane Wolf's truck is destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Oh. We saw something similar earlier in the race. Wow. You're on board with him. He just doesn't see it. Wow. That was gnarly. Third green, white checker coming on the board here. That wreck just knocked James Shane-Wolf completely out of the race. Alright, everybody, well, this is it. This is the final green-white checkered attempt. I still can't believe what I saw with the number 1 truck. That was wild. Completely blind heading towards turn 1. Flips the inside wall right where it juts out and destroys that truck. We saw Dustin Buck hit it earlier. It phased his tire out, then phased it back in, which was able to keep him going. But that one truck absolutely destroyed. One more time. Let's see it from this angle. I hope Shane Wolf's okay on that one. Lights are off. We're getting ready to go. Aspinall, Floyd, Dunford, Buck, Stanley are top 5. Apps, Booma, Elam, Griffiths, Darnell, your top 10. And then Lee, Steele, Downey, Erickson, and Irvin rounding out the top 15. This is the last attempt at a green-white checker. If Aspinall can get a good launch here, there's a good chance he's going to win.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Next caution ends it. Can we get the 2 laps? Aspinall, as he's done all night through 1 and 2, almost perfectly. Down the back straightaway. The battle's for that 3rd position. The 19 of Dunford and the 68 of Dustin Buck. Out of 4. We're going to hit the white flag, sponsored by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Still, that battle's now for 2nd as Dunford is challenging Brady Floyd for P2. Down into 3. The 19 sends it. Can he make the pass? It's looking good. Tyler Aspinall is gonna win. Brady Floyd comes home in 2nd, and Brandon Dunford in 3rd.
And somebody smacked the inside wall to finish.
Dustin Buck in 4th. Eric Stanley in 5th. Adam Capps in 6th. 7th, Farron Elam. Mitchell Muma 8th. 9th goes to Paul Irvin with a nice bounce back after his couple laps of issues. In 10th, Brandon Griffiths. Michael Steele in 11th. 12th, Matt Erickson. Gatlin Downey in 13th. 14th, Joe Darnell. Michael Sheely in 15th. Dakota Lee rounding out your lead lap trucks in 16th.
Yeah, he did. The 98 caught the inside wall like Shane Wolf did. Down into one and dang near flipped. It's probably as close as we're going to see to a flip this evening. He caught air and did a ollie.
Huh. Well, I have completely basically lost my voice if you can't hear it.
Yeah, we got kind of busy there for a minute, huh?
Yeah, and I had to kill a lot of time so our wonderful people watching at home didn't have to sit through the same commercials over again. Tried my best. But sometimes you just need to kill time with, time killers. Well, we're going to talk to our podium drivers momentarily. There's Brady Floyd. Looking for Brandon Dunford. I hope he joins soon. Because it's past my bedtime already.
Heard that, dog. Heard that.
Yeah, today was a rough day dealing with a bunch of school buses for the first time this year.
Yeah, first day of school for a lot of people, myself included. It was busy in the cafeteria.
Well, TJ, are you good for some interviews?
I haven't been requested anywhere yet, so at least get me one.
There you go, Brandon Dunford, P3.
2.
Brandon Dunford, you get a copy.
I do, man.
We're talking to you for the second week in a row, buddy.
That's right, man. I told you I would do everything I could to get up here and talk to y'all guys.
I feel like the top 3 all have earned a free shirt that says "I survived Milwaukee."
Hey, I'm all for that. I'll take it.
AJ will take your size after the interview. Man, how did you survive? Because this was wild.
Man, short tracks always are, right? That's why we like coming to them. I think it was a lot of strategy, just trying to stay up front because you could see where the mayhem was really happening. So, it just comes down to strategy as far as just really trying to stay up front all night to not be in a position where you're going to get caught up in it, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think we had a fast truck, Dark Horse again bringing me another fast truck, so I got to give them a shout out, again. But yeah, man, strategy. It just came down to strategy.
I mean, it was I was eventful, popping between booth to booth and wearing many hats tonight. And I know it seemed like you were never at the back where I was watching for restart, so that was good. What did you need to try to make a run at Tyler? Was there anything you could do?
Yeah, there was. Every time that I would put myself in a position to have a run at him, something would happen, right? A caution would come at the wrong time. We had a couple of those tonight. So it would, like coming in second and then I come out 6th or something like that, whatever it was. So I think if I could have, gotten past some of these cars a little bit sooner to have a run at Tyler, I think I could have ran him down, especially with the long run truck that I had. And since we did have some of those in the beginning, I think I could have really put pressure on him. I'm not saying that I could have gotten past him. He was super fast tonight. Obviously, you've seen it from the booth and all. But I think I would have at least had a shot to at least put the pressure on him. But man, the pits fall the way they do, right? And you got to battle the same guys over and over, and it
well, and we
takes
never
time.
completed a full green flag pit cycle either.
Yeah, and that's what kind of hurts too, right? Because when those happen, you can play strategy off those as well, pitting a little bit sooner than the leaders and stuff like that to try to make up a little bit of time. Because at one point Tyler was just lights out, gone. It was like, oh man. And it was just because you're having to fight everybody, and everybody, there, I would say in the top 10 was just fast. So it wasn't easy, and you had to kind of follow a couple laps just to get that positioning to where you could make that pass, being as competitive as it was.
Well, dude, I've got to take a moment here and pop up to a tab up here so I know where we're headed. Not next Monday because we're off.
Pocono,
that's right. The Tricky Triangle. What are your thoughts on that place?
Love it, man. It's a fun track. It's a fast track, draft track too, right? So a lot of factors play into that. I love it. I think it should make for a better race than we had tonight. Talking to the team before the race started, I kind of figured that the race would go this way, especially here at the end when everybody starts to get, antsy and wanting to, capitalize as many positions as they can in the end. But big change, right? You go from this mile track to now we're going to this big drafting return. Where's turn 4, right? Kind of track. So
Well, I was going to ask you 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it makes that's why they call it the tricky triangle, right? Like it makes for good racing, but it's going to be a big difference coming from a little track like this going to a bigger one like that. People, they're, they're going to draft, they're going to run too hard, they're going to mess up their stuff. And then when they do, it's not like here, right? Like look at Dustin Buck, he gets damaged early on and he comes back and he still puts it, just outside the top. Well, I think he finished top 5. So, that's not going to be the case next weekend, or well, not next weekend, but when we go to Pocono, you get damage like that, you're done for the night, so it changes a lot. It's a aero track, so that's one of the big differences.
Well, I think you just did our preview for Pocono for us. AJ, you got anything for Mr. Dunford before we send him off?
No, you asked all the questions that I had in mind, or if you were going to throw it to me one earlier, it was going to be that one. But yeah, can't wait to see what you guys do at Pocono after the craziness of tonight. So enjoy the week off, rest up before we get right back at it on the 9th.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. Again, I want to just thank Dark Horse Motorsports, man. They're bringing some fast trucks for me to run. I know it's a little bit of a culture change to me, right? Because I'm running Fords versus the normal Toyota that you normally see me in, so that's a little bit different. But hey, man, he keeps on rolling fast trucks like this. I'm good with it.
Hey, if the money's right too, don't forget that.
Right? Yeah. Hey, man, that's what I say. Dude, Dark Horse is really treating me well over there, and I'm glad that we're able to show some muscle this early on. To show that we're a team that we're here to win.
In it to win it. I like it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Brandon. We'll catch you later. You have a nice week off, pal.
Yeah, man. You too. Thank y'all again for everything y'all do.
Thank you, sir.
Brandon Dunford finishing 3rd here this evening. Here is our P2 finisher, Brady Floyd.
Brady, you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Did you have anything for that 29 machine this evening, or was he just too tough to get to?
Hell no, I had nothing for him.
Tyler was, seemed like he was pretty lights out quick. Was there anything you maybe could have used to get to him if we had ever managed to complete a green flag cycle?
I could have wrecked him into one on the last one. That probably was about it. No, I was fortunate to be in that position to begin with. I was not quick. This is the first time I've ever been in the trucks at Milwaukee. My second time ever being at Milwaukee, period. So it was definitely a big learning curve. And I lucked into having the best strategy in the world. I pit right as the caution came out on that first lone run and got all that track position and just kind of held it from there. It was really difficult to pass. And then, of course, with the yellows at the end and having a teammate in the lead, we were just able to kind of hold just about every time. So, yeah, pretty fortunate with the scenario.
Well, that sounds like the winning formula for teammates. What can you look forward to doing at Pocono?
Probably sucking about the same, and hopefully lucking my way into a good finish. I'll get back to you when we hit Legacy, Texas. I'll have something. I'm pretty good at Iowa. I like to think that's one of my better tracks. So if I'm still racing by then, I know I may have to drop out of the series due to some off-track stuff. I'm hoping and praying I'll still be around, but it'll be tight. But if I'm still there then I'd really look forward to challenging these guys at Iowa and Darlington. So hoping and praying, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Well, we hope life doesn't get in the way. I've got one question. I'm going to steal it from AJ again. 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns at Pocono. What do you think?
I'd go with 3. It doesn't feel like it all the time, but I think it's 3.
AJ, anything I haven't asked him already?
No, I'm excited for Pocono, and while I didn't think you had anything for the 29, I was very much expecting at least a shot. So he just got a really good launch on that final restart. But overall, great race for you, dude, and that pit strategy was on point tonight.
That's where I think you could have gained. If that one had cycled out, I really would have liked to have seen how that would have played out, because you hit pit road like perfect, and then everybody behind you just didn't allow it to come to fruition.
Yeah, I mean that first cycle, that played out in the best possible scenario of all time. And then that second green flag cycle, I was already behind Tyler on older tires, so I probably would have been able to hold second or third from there. But if we had stayed green, but definitely no winning formula here tonight. So we'll be happy with our P2 and we'll move on to the next one.
That sounds like a plan. Thank you for coming up here with us tonight. AJ, I think we got to send Brady away to get his winning teammate, correct?
Yes, sir. Catch you later, Brady.
Yep. Thank y'all so much.
Brady Floyd, driver the number 20 Ford F-150. Now it's time for the driver the number 29 F-150. Winner of tonight's race, Tyler Aspinall. TJ, this is yours. You want
Tyler,
it. You want it.
Tyler, you get a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
I mean, I know you're familiar with this booth from being in the booth, but now you get to be interviewed in the booth. It's not your first time doing that either.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I don't really need to ask you what more you could have done, because you kind of did it all tonight perfect. I want to ask you, since you were the winner of the race, how tricky was the pit lane entry under green here?
I'll be honest with you, man. This has got to be the easiest place to enter pit road, probably out of everywhere we're going this season.
I don't know if many of your competitors would agree.
It was really nice because it wasn't like you were slowing up mid corner, like pretty much any mile and a half you go to, or it wasn't like super duper early like Darlington or IRP. It was just nice because it was after the corner exit, and most of the times you're already going slow enough where you're not necessarily losing much speed, and you got a good bit of time to slow down before you take the commitment cone. So it was definitely a lot nicer than I thought. I didn't practice pit road entry, and I feel like I got it down pretty good. So I guess take with that what you will.
How happy are you we did not have unlimited attempts?
I am blessed that we didn't, given that I didn't want any cautions to begin with, because I knew that I was better than anybody else in a long run. I just knew I had anybody. Then the first couple cautions of I don't even know how many cautions we had there at the end, had to have been 6 or 7. I know the first couple cautions I was like really scared because I knew everybody was going to have a shot at me. And then after the first couple cautions, when I just kept driving away, I knew I'll be pretty all right, no matter if we go to 3 overtimes or not. And lo and behold, we went to 3 overtimes, and here we are on lap 162 out of 150.
Yeah, I think it was in the realm of 15 tonight.
Yeah, definitely definitely a show for everybody watching back at home, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got almost half the field-ish, a third of the field-ish, a lap down, a lot of it because of cautions. It was tough to keep it straight, it seemed like, in the back to mid, because, guys were making 3-4 wide moves, and you seem to be in front of it all night, which is where you want to be and not have to worry about that stuff. Thoughts headed to Pocono?
DA Graphics, baby. We're sponsoring that race. Only race we're sponsoring this season. Hometown race too. So can never go wrong with Pocono. And I mean, hey, if I could have another performance like this at Pocono, I think I'd be quite satisfied with that.
3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. What's your verdict?
Well, TJ, how many corners does a triangle have?
Well, a triangle has, none, because, at least a real triangle. But
how many angles does a triangle
Oh,
have?
now you're sounding smart. I mean, I'd say 3, but like, you know, I've drove Pocono and I feel like you turn in and it kind of, you know, you hold it there for a minute and then you kind of like turn again on exit, and you know, I'm a believer of the 5 turn camp at Pocono.
You know what? You can believe what you want to believe, but I'm a firm believer that a triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 corners.
And if you cut the corner right in the tunnel, you don't even really turn. You just kind of go straight.
Well, I mean, that's why you don't do that.
How treacherous is that tunnel turn for you?
Depends on what I'm driving. In these trucks, it seems to be pretty easy because low horsepower, high downforce. It's
we're gonna clip that, and if you wreck next week, I'm gonna play that back and ask you again.
Say that. Don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Were you?
I would like to not wreck next week, given that my logo is gonna be all over the freaking place on my truck.
Were you at all worried when AJ had mentioned that you had got out front in this race that he might have broadcast or cursed you?
Well, I didn't even know that he did. So thank you, AJ, with the intent of killing me there. But no, I knew last week whenever I bought the track, and I knew like the usual lap time around here is like 35, 36, and I set a 30 flat in my test session. I knew that I could probably be pretty tough, and well, it came here, put it on 3rd in qualifying, I think. Got 2nd right off the start, got past Dustin, I think it was around lap 30 or so, and just never really looked back.
Well, it sounds like a winning strategy to me. We're talking to you last. It means it did work out. AJ, do you have any questions for Mr. Tyler before we send him away?
I don't know. I don't want him to wreck on the way home.
God.
Don't worry. I'm still sitting in my chair, and I'm going to be sitting in my chair for probably the next 3 hours doing point standings.
Which screen are you doing the points on? The left, the middle, or the right?
I'm getting my money's worth, so I'm using all 3, man.
Oh man, wow.
That's a big Excel spreadsheet. All right, dude.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Dude, great run. You were on point with all those restarts, which you had to be, because you never knew when we would get a green flag run, and we had a couple of them, but
we were so close to finishing a full green flag pit cycle.
Well, go enjoy the win, enjoy the week off, and we'll see you at your racetrack on the 9th.
You just jinxed it right there, man. You just jinxed it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, actually. Thank you. There, I'm using reverse psychology, so now Karma doesn't know what to do.
Swear to God, if the skull and bones thing pops up one more time in this dang Discord.
All right, everybody. Tyler, thanks for talking with us. We'll catch you later, my friend.
Alrighty, we'll see you. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, TJ. That was a eventful race.
I'd call it that.
A crazy race. A race that went a lot longer than I was expecting. It's 11:30 already.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool, and we'll see you September 9th at Pocono Raceway.
Deuces, yeet!